Hi, I am Val Vicante, VP of Solutions Innovation at Dentsu, and we are here at South by Southwest 2025. And I'm here with
Barry Fisk, CXO of Merkle, my first time at South by Southwest, and we're going to interview some folks who are just on stage with Val.
Phil Sage, Design Innovation, PepsiCo, North America.
We've learned so much because we went through everything pretty much that is going to happen in the next 5 years.
Laurie Keith, VP of Emerging Media and Technology at the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Lindsey Scales, Associate Director over Acne Care at Galderma.
XR, AI, immersive experiences, and emerging trends. So we talked a little bit about the intelligent messaging opportunity and really bringing personality to personalization with Chester.
Chester from Cheetos, yeah. Well, Chester is a really unique character. He's, very mischievous, and he's been an icon for many, many decades now for the Cheetos brand.
We just wrapped our panel, Pixels to Reality, How Gaming is Transforming Our World. What were some of your top takeaways or learnings from the panel?
I have to start on a personal note because I was so excited when Julie brought up that the day after International Women's Day, we're having a panel with 4 women in the gaming industry. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. We are just setting new paths for women in the industry.
But we worked with our brand team internally, and then we were able to work with you and your team to actually take a lot of public domain content and really curate it in a way that feels really authentic, a genuine conversation between brand and consumer.
The Ad Council just launched our first Roblox experience. It's called the Love Your Mind World, and it was built for teens 13 to 17-year-olds to give them tools and resources to help them with their mental health and well-being. We know that Roblox has 85 million daily active users, and we know that teens are spending 2.5 hours on average on the platform. And so for us, we knew it was a place we needed to be. We know that they are struggling with their mental health, but more than half of them don't know how to get access in helping themselves. And so we built an experience, and we built a gamified experience so that we can meet these teens where they spend their time and how they spend their time.
That authenticity allows that kind of free flowing and feels personalized to that user. It just, again, it's about that deep and more meaningful emotional connection.
Going from how machines will evolve to understand and being empathetic to us and help us achieve what we wanted.
We talked about powerhouse partnerships. What's your take on that? We had some good conversations.
So like any relationship or partnership, you have to communicate. And, we've been joined at the hip for the last 12 months, but it's been such an important part of our success is what my goals are, I know what your goals are, and we can come together and make it really successful. But it takes work. We have to intentionally set aside time to make sure we're communicating, talking to each other, checking in, making sure everyone feels like things are going in the right direction so that if we need to change, we change. If we need to push harder in one direction, we do that. And so for me, partnership is about communication.
How you teach AI to be more empathetic, right? Talk a little bit about that.
Imagine, right? We are in a world that more and more we're becoming less empathetic to each other, and we'll have machines now being empathetic to us, right? But it's true. If you think about how technology evolved, and in the beginning, we had to learn how to operate machines. We had to read manuals, understand complicated remote controls and difficult software. But now, with AI, machines are evolving to understand us and be able to anticipate what we need and guide us to get there.
I am so grateful for Dentsu. They are the best in-class partners from the first meeting where we pitched the idea and they said, yes, we want to take this on. We want to help teens in America with their mental health and well-being to launch and beyond. It felt like a true partnership. We had weekly meetings. They really kind of challenged us to think outside of the box and be really strategic. And they also are experts. We wanted to work with Dentsu because they are a strategic Roblox partner. And so they're best in the game when it comes to building these branded experiences on Roblox.
We talked about the next phase, which will be embodied AI. Right? They're going to be around us in our physical world.
Just seeing the leap in terms of wearables. Like, we're seeing, AR glasses, similar to the size and shape of ours now, right? So
Yeah.
beyond, what Meta are putting out there with Ray-Ban.
Yeah.
And essentially, we're seeing that convergence of technology, that maturity, the affordability. So I think that's a really great component to build in visual cue around you in your everyday life.
When a machine sort of like clearly cares about you, you tend to then kind of really care about the machine. I think that's an interesting concept.
Well, think about dogs, right? The evolution, dogs, they became such a successful species because they went through the survival of the friendliest instead of the survival of the fittest. And with the AI, it's going to be similar. The more we get from AI agents, the more we're going to keep them close, the more we're going to have them as friends, because they're going to be part of our everyday lives.
Why you're so excited about gaming?
I'm so excited to be the first acne care brand on Roblox, first of all. So definitely paving paths, blazing trails. And I'm so excited about it because it's a new way for marketers to have conversations with their audiences. And the word conversation is so important. We can't just keep yelling at consumers and hoping they listen, but gaming can be two-way. We can have a conversation, we can educate, we can gamify information.
It's optimization across the entire kind of value chain, as we call it. And then it's more of a circular economy / system thinking mindset in order to get to that better solution.
If someone out here watching this sort of owns a brand and is thinking about getting involved in gaming, like what would be your advice to them? How do they start?
Data, data, data. I mean, when you're trying to build a case study, prove a point, get the budget, whatever it may be, start with data. Make sure you're doing things that are based in consumer insights.
What is one thing you want people to take away from South by Southwest or the panel?
That they can start now. The future is today. And that, first of all, we're thankful for Dentsu to bringing us on board and choosing us to be a DII partner. And we're excited for this growth and this partnership. And yes, start today. It's ready, it's easier than you think, and the results will be better than you expect.
We got into gaming because we saw that's where our consumer was already spending their time. Use data in the middle. Check and see how you're pacing, how are things going, pivot, change if you need to. Use data on the end. Make sure that you're measuring your campaign, set those KPIs and benchmarks up front, and then you've got that story ready to go when your campaign wraps. And the story might not always be pure success, but if you can say you have learned something for maybe some of the bigger brands in your portfolio or more conservative brands in your portfolio, that's a win.
System thinking is really identifying across all them particular stages and what I call kind of system loops, right? So things which can contribute to a better solution.
Workflows, understanding how your organization works, you will be able to create a plan that will start perhaps with the easiest ones like customer support or HR benefits and explanations and things like that. But you will quickly learn how to integrate all of your agents and make them work in a network.
We just put Ad Council advertising on drones in Miami during Thanksgiving weekend to reach people for buzz driving is drunk driving. We've also put Smokey Bear on autonomous delivery vehicles for people that are ordering Uber Eats. So Ad Council, the way we think about it is how do you reach your audiences in new ways, but also how do you reach your audiences on platforms that you aren't currently on, but that's where they're spending their time. So that's how we look at it.
We went from ideation to in-market in 8 weeks. We had the data, we did our test and learn, and then to be able to launch the first acne care brand on Roblox 2 days ago, and to be here to talk about it, it was a proud moment.
I know, it's full circle. And actually, now that you say that, I can't even believe it hasn't been a year. It hasn't even been a year we've been working together. We've accomplished so much. Twitch, TwitchCon, CES, South by, Roblox. I mean, we can't be stopped.
www.roblox.com/loveyourmind. So please check it out, especially if you have a teenager in your life. Encourage you to share it with them and let's make an impact together.